Hey guys, I'm back. It's been a minute. Always be a minute with me, I swear. So, today I was being drawn to do past life pick pals. I have 4 different pals here, and I'll show you the letters. These are ruins, Egyptian ruins. So this is for pal 1, and this is for pal 2. Pile 3. Oh, shoot. Pile 4. Alright, so I used a few different decks, and I used one of my decks also online on my phone. I'll let you know all the decks right now, actually, before we start any readings. I used the Shamanic Medicine deck here, and then we have the Egyptian Tarot Ruins, and then we use the regular Rider Waite Tarot. We use the Galactic Heritage cards and the Egyptian Tarot, in addition to this deck here, which is past life oracle cards. All right, so we're gonna stop this and then get into pile 1. All right, we have pile 1. If you chose pile 1, you chose this ruin here, and this will be your message of advice or encouragement from the divine. And I'll tell you that meaning. It means new beginnings, birth, beauty, and prosperity. Awesome. Okay. So the way I did this, I wrote all my questions down that I wanted to ask in regards to your past life. So the first card, which is the Galactic Heritage card, which I'll read from the book because this is fairly new deck to me. I am learning so much about the different dimensions and the different beings, and realizing how much I've always been connected to them since a child. And it's really beautiful that they do have a deck which adds a lot of synchronicities and explanations to experiences in my life. So hopefully we'll do the same for you. If not, to each his own. And hopefully we'll gain a message which is important to your life at this time. So the first question is, what is the soul lesson from your most recent past life you're bringing into this life? So we have the feminine principle, and it's the Vega beings. So the Vega, how do you say it? Extra dimensional beings that are bringing this information to you at this time is the feminine principle. We're going to actually just read from the book. So here we have, it's number 19. The ancient Vegan civilization, breaking away from the Lyrians, manifested the feminine principle by their intense devotion to spiritual expression. They were the earliest priest and priestess. They were the first to develop spiritual methods. They had no interest in moving out into the galaxy to develop planets like the Lyrians. All they needed was within. This card reminds you the same truth. All you need is within. Stop looking outside of yourself for fulfillment. Instead, rely on your own light and inner awareness. Instead, I was repeating it again. The deeper you go within, the vast the universe becomes. So, this is the first Vega card in the deck. The Vegan civilization was an offshoot of the Lyrian civilization. They formed their own civilization because they had a different belief system about how to interact with reality. Instead of the pioneering spirit of the Illyrians who boldly explored and conquered the physical reality around them, the Vegans took more of a feminine spiritual approach to living in the physical world. There were very inward focused and preferred spiritual pursuits. At the first At first, this left them vulnerable and weak in the eyes of the Illyrians, and it caused a lot of war between the two civilizations. But it was the Vegans who eventually mastered the spiritual arts. If this card has come up in your reading, it could have many meanings depending on the other cards in the spread. And what you know about your own past connection to the Vegan civilization. This card can be employing you to reconnect with your inner feminine energies or to focus more on your spiritual development. Controversially, it could be pointing out that you focus too much in the feminine energy and it needs a balance in your life. Look honestly at the spread in your own inner self and be open to receiving the card's messages from your higher self. So that has to do with the feminine side of you. And we're gonna just like go in a little bit more, but I just wanted to read it as we go, and then we can go and look at all the cards again and get the bigger picture. All right, so who were you in the most recent past life? And when I did this deck, it was for pile 1, it came up as angels. We look here and I'm going to read it. Angels, you drew this card as a sign from your guardian angels who have been with you throughout your soul's history. In between each lifetime, your angels work with you to review the lessons you've just learned. They also help you prepare the plan for your next lifetime. You oh my God, sorry. You may have functioned as an angel during your time in heaven. You help guide and heal your loved ones, just like your angels do for you. As a result, you hold a deep love for guardian angels. Your guardian angels know all the details of every lifetime, and they can help you gently recall significant memories that will allow you to heal in the present life. Call upon the angels as you are falling asleep to reveal relevant memories while you are sleeping. When you wake, you may not recall all the details of the dream. However, once you're prepared to consciously remember your past, the material will be given to you. You will only remember what you are emotionally able to handle. In addition, Archangel Michael, the angel of courage, strength, and protection, Raphael, the angel of physical and emotional healing, and Raziel, the angel of God's secrets and mysteries, will help anyone who calls upon them. Like all archangels, they are unlimited and non-dominational. Yeah, I think that's the word. They can be with everyone stimulously, offering their unconditional loving power. So that was who you were in past life, but it's really making me feel like that you were a high priestess, based off the first card we pulled, the feminine principle, because like it did say they were high priestess and priest, and they're very spiritual beings. They're very spiritual. They look within them, and this is just a verification from another deck and another deck pretty much, overall stating that you are highly spiritual, you're highly connected to the divine, and you do have a soul purpose, which is truly focused, and any purpose that you have lived in any of these physical life forms, or even in the other dimensional lives, are strictly spiritual and have a huger mission and purpose than the physical things around us, or materialistic things around us. That's pretty much the vibe I'm definitely getting. You're a very genuine, kind, and gentle person as well. All right, so how is this past life affecting you now in this life? We pulled from the Egyptian Tarot, and we have the Knight of Swords. So I am not really good with this deck here, so I'm going to look at the book, because I know within these and the Egyptian deck, their meanings are way, way deep, and sometimes it can be something totally different. So a man mounted, the message of ruins. A man mounted on a black horse that arrives at a gallop. The positive is a mercenary, paid help, useful, encouraging, and youthful energy, courage, fiery temperament, and anger. So imprudence, impulsive words and actions, and incapability, struggle against a ruthless rival. So it's pretty much this one is short. Okay. So you have to So you are struggling with what you're bringing in from the past life. I feel something has to do with your being brave and courage and speaking up and using your voice to be able to defend, not defend, but like defend yourself in a sense with a positive mindset and a positive output, not just to others, not just for yourself, but to others, so they can be enlightened and see a different picture. Right now, I feel like this is something that you are struggling with, being that high priestess, that emperor, that empress or emperor, or that stands in their power with complete confidence and knowing. But that's why your angels and your guides are here. I actually absolutely sign up for every experience in our life, and remember that we all have the choice to go down different avenues. I feel as though when we sign up for our life experiences, we choose different routes to be able to go down, and which hence changes certain aspects of where how long it will take us to get to the end point, or true fulfillment, true satisfaction, or for not for us in this physical world, but for us on a soul level. Pretty much we choose all the paths which are placed in front of us at the end of the day. That's what I think that the point is trying to get across. All right, so the progress you made so far in this soul lesson. The stars, we have the stars. So someone who is trying to, I see the feminine woman, but someone who is trying to be able to manage the feminine and the masculine part of her, who's trying to understand the earth and understand the earth. I mean, well, the world and the things and the people around you, because you're so elevated and connected to the divine, that sometimes you get lost in those thoughts and in the sky and with the stars, and you get lost sometimes, and you try to be able to maintain those aspects of you, which brings balance into you, where you're able to share with others. So right now you're balancing, you're learning to balance every part of you. So let's say, for example, your spiritual, your mental, and your physical body. You're learning to be able to maintain a neutral, a balance within all of them, where you won't get too lost in one aspect where it would become overwhelming or make you feel like you're outcast or looked at differently. So you're learning to manage all aspects of your life while having all aspects in your life, if that makes sense. I don't know, but that's what I feel. So the next question was, are there any blockages in this life you're unaware of that are currently holding you back? And we have, oh yeah, see, pretty much is what I said. So I pulled another card from the Galactic Heritage deck, and it says alienists, humanoid, parallel. So living in parallel dimensions. All right, so that is number 27. Let's read it. So the energy of this card refers to the sense of alienations that many humans have that keeps them from feeling connected to life on planet Earth. Pretty much what I just said. Many feel strange in their own skin as if they came from somewhere else. You may indeed have a connection to the non-human beings in the universe, but because you are a human in this life, this card asks you to be embracing of your unique and celebrate your uniqueness and celebrate it rather than fear it or be ashamed of it. If you need help, ask someone loving non-human being ask some loving non-human beings to assist you during meditation. Feel this alienness and open your heart to them anyway. You and they are one. That is so true. Okay, this is one of the deck's few archetype cards that does not necessarily point to any specific species, but rather a state of consciousness that is affecting you now. In the terms of our galactic family, it may symbolize a connection to a number of humanoid races with whom you may have connections. You may already know who they are. If you do not, it isn't so important that you do. They are a migrate of non-human species in creation. The main idea is to examine any feelings or of alienness that you may have, or I don't know why I'm saying or, of not belonging or being different. Often these feelings keeps us disconnected from life or giving us excuses to not engage in the reality. Again, look at the other cards in the spreads to see if they are repeating themes. Pretty much they are. Is there someone in your life who seems alien or different and you are having trouble embracing him or her? How can you engage yourself more in life on Earth? These are questions you should ask yourself. How can you integrate feelings of being different with being part of a global or galactic community? Ultimately, our journey is about integration, and that means embracing all parts of us, even the parts that seem alien to us. Okay, that's deep. That was a little right on topic and on point. Okay, so how to release and heal from this soul lesson. We have Dreamweaver, accessibility. See? Oh, sorry, I get excited because everything's so synchronistic to the messages in the beginning. Everybody is very wise. Everybody has the access and the ability, the capability. They just have to have the willingness to access all the information, which is inside of us, because we are God. God is one with us. We are a piece of God. So that's why I say it in that manner. We have the access, the capability to go dive within to seek the answers to get the answers to all the questions. We have in this picture for you is a wolf. I see a wolf, an owl. I see like an ascended master, ancient ascended master. And the best time you do receive answers is in your dream time, and when you're sleeping. We are creators of our destiny, of our life. So here I'm seeing someone who needs to journal, to write down their dreams so they can put the pieces together of the puzzle. So we're going to read from the book. Dreams can come true. It's time to pay attention to them. What are you dreaming? What are your dreams telling you? Do you dream of past events, past lives, or things that have happened to you a long time ago? Are your dreams futuristic? Oh, sorry, could not read that word, huh? Futuristic, setting you in a different age, surrounded by people you are yet to meet, or who are much older. The dreaming mind is an expansive creation canvas for your consciousness of the universe. In dreams, the past, the present, and the future are one. Yes, 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 yes. Time is limitless. Oh my goodness, you guys are so spiritual. I get excited. Once you've compared this, you awaken the ability to journey into the dream time and interpret the messages you find there. Dreamweaver will help you access the wisdom of those who have gone before you, including your own soul's previous experiences. Ancient knowledge is now needed. Be it for the dilemma of what to do next, how to make the best use of your intuition, or to help you manifest better relationships and better outcomes for what may seem an impossible, difficult personal situation. You will remember why you are here on this earth plane right now. So the Dreamweaver revealed, having the ability to interpret, comprehend, and diagnose a person's dream goes a long way to the healing of the whole person. The dreaming of the original people of Australia is timeless. Okay, it exists in the present just as it has in the past. It allows creation and knowledge to pass from spirit to reality, just as the ancestors begins to emerge from the earth. Other divinational meanings. Go to bed with a clear conscience. Trust the vision you receive in dreams. Keep a dream journal. A dream holds an important message from a deceased loved one. Explore lucid dreaming. Your dreams are manifesting into reality. Get some sleep. Dreamweavers speak. Wisdom access buried deep. I whisper secrets, whistle you sleep. Truth revealed. Journeys to take. Drift a dream. Your dreams awake. Wisdom access buried deep. I whisper secrets, whistle you sleep. Truths revealed. Journeys to take. Drift and dream. Your dreams awake. That's so consistent to everything. And then you remember, guys, the Egyptian ruin of the tiger eye. It says new beginnings, births, beauty, prosperity. So, please let me know if this, was connected to you, if you can relate to it. I really enjoy these readings. I just don't always do them like the divine tells me to. I'm trying to overcome my fears of speaking to people. Even though it's a video, I already have the feel of the energies of eventually who will listen to these readings. So sometimes it becomes a little intense for me. I know everything that I receive and that I speak on is true, and it is it will touch a lot of people's life. I know currently I only have 11 followers, but the dynamics and the platform which I'm intended to reach is huge. So sometimes I do let my fears affect or stop me from doing my readings, but they are working on that with me, and I say we because I feel all of them around me right now, and they just feed me information, and I'm just a channel, and they just feed me information and speak through me. So hopefully you enjoyed that reading, Power One. Drop a comment and let me know how you felt about it and your opinions and views, and that is my dog, so I'm gonna stop it here. So we have Pal 2. If you pick this run, it is Pal 2. And this is your additional message of advice or encouragement. And it means transportation, motion, and change. Okay, so let me move this phone. Oh no, I need it. Hold on. Sorry. Had to let the dogs out. I'm all out of breath. Move all this stuff here. So the first question for your past life was, what is the soul lesson from the most recent past life you're bringing into this life? We have delusion of control, the Orion, and the deck. I'm going to read from the book because this is a new deck to me. It's called the Galactic Heritage Cards, and we're going to see what they have to say. Within the Orion, I think it is, system, the dark forces sought control at all costs. The need of control of your reality comes from the ego and is based purely on delusion. We cannot truly control anything, as only the universe, through its infinite wisdom, keeps everything in balance. Your need for control is a deep karmic pattern that is ready to be released. First, you must look deeply at the habits, patterns, and beliefs in your life that reinforces the feeling that you are in control. Practice letting go and trusting. When the urge to control arises, take a deep breath. Remember that it is only a desire of a fearful ego. During the darkest time in the Orion, oh gosh, it's Orion, haha, got it. Orion history is this era. Empires try to exert control of nearly every aspect of life. Even if you imagine the most oppressive regimes on Earth, they would represent perhaps only 20% of the intensity of this era of Orion. Humans carry memories of this oppressive times and are still trying to heal those traumas. One of the ways in which polarity plays itself out in human reality is through the idea of how the human ego wishes to control reality, when in fact reality cannot be controlled because there is greater forces, meaning God or whatever you wish to call it, that keeps everything in balance. So the more the ego feels powerless, the more it tries to control. This delusion of control has kept us stuck for millenniums. People and groups have tried to exert control, from religions to politics, trying not only to control conditions but thoughts as well. It simply doesn't work, as this is a lesson the Orions had to learn in a very painful way. Here on Earth, we have egos that try to control our realities, and ultimately, it is never successful. If this card came up in your reading, it is asking you to look honestly and closely at how you try to control your reality, including the people and conditions around you. Know that it's that it's impossible to do so. Why keep trying? The message behind this card is to begin to heal that need for control and learn to surrender, letting go to the wise flow of the universe. This is the only way the planet and her people will not only survive but flourish and move to the next stage of human evolution. Okay, so that is that one. And then the next question would be, who were you in the most recent past life? The card that was pulled from the deck was Lessons and Blessings. So here is what the card looks like. And if you drew this card as a sign that the situation you are currently experiencing is a result of prior lifetimes, take a look at the other cards that you drew along with this one to get a sense of where or when that life occurred. This card means that you've learned important lessons, which brings blessings to your present time. Congratulations. You mastered how to turn painful events and memories into growth experiences. You can apply the same strength to every area of your life. Okay, so let's see what else we have. And we're going to put it all together at the end and see if we can make sense of that. How is this past life affecting you now? we have strength. I think this is, no, it's the world. Haha, the world. There's your arcana. So the world is a cycle of turning in your favor. It's part of what the galaxy, what the universe, what the divine is working behind the scenes, I feel. And how you push out all the things that do not apply, do not serve a highest purpose in your life at this moment. But we're going to read from the book to see what additional messages we have. Yeah, this book done fell apart, so excuse me. Oh, it's the Wheel of Fortune. So not the world, the Wheel. And express the active principle that enlivens beings in the divine world. In the intellectual world, it is the governing authority. In the physical world, it is good or bad luck. The arcana X is represented by the wheel suspended on its axles between two columns. The genuous of good is on the right, trying hard to climb to the top of the wheel. Trophin, the genuous of evil, has fallen. The Sphinx balances on the wheel, holds the sword between the lion's claws. It personifies destiny, ever ready to strike on the right or left. As the wheel turns under its impulses, it lets the most humble climb up and overturn the arrogant. Remember, O son of earth, that to have power, it is necessary to want. To want efficiently, it is necessary to dare. To dare successfully, it is necessary to know how to keep quiet until the moment is for action. In order to acquire the right to possess science and power, it is necessary to work patiently with untiring perseverance in order to stand on the heights of life. If you succeed in reaching them, it is necessary to have learnt how to probe in one glance and without vertigo the deepest depths. Understanding. Hold on, I don't know why I said understanding. Undeserved success, casual advantages, unexpected events, propitious occasions immediately seize, measurable time, month, year, natural cycles. So that was the positive aspects of it. The negative aspects of it is temporary benefits, end of the favorable cycle, inconsistency, reincarnation. All right, let's see what else we have, because I need to interpret more by these questions. All right, so the progress you made so far in this soul lesson is strength. And I was just literally looking at strength in the book. The strength to persevere, to see the lion in the Sphinx. The Sphinx is the lion. The lion is the Sphinx. Is having the strength to overcome any obstacle in life, and remembering to have the humble aspect, the humility, and gratitude for all in which you do receive, have received, or will receive. So the progress you are learning to persevere through any obstacle in your way. So you were one who had the power of the illusion of control, and you were one who sat on a high hierarchy of your people, and your lesson pretty much, I feel, in this lifetime is to be able to understand life in a different aspect, where you get rid of that concept, that old conditioning of being someone in a high stature is truly the right way of living or the best way of living, or it's defining your worth in a sense. I don't know if, like I'm saying, I don't understand it, but what I'm feeling is that the lesson is for you to let go of that old conditioning of where your stature in this physical world defines who you are in every aspect of your being. Okay. So the next question will be, are there any blockages at this time which holds them back, that they're unaware of, which we have fluidity. So here is the card, and let's read from the book. It's number 5. Andromeda. Okay, I'm trying to pronounce it. The nature of consciousness is to be fluid, the flow with the natural currents of the universe. But life in a physical body often causes us to be rigid. Whether in belief, actions, or emotions, Andromedian consciousness is very fluid also. You know how to be this way intimately as well. Take some time every day to connect with the Andromania energy and practice going with the flow. See how your life changes when you don't try to control your reality. This isn't about becoming a victim. Let yourself surf the universal energy instead of trying to control it. See what happens. To understand the concept of Andromedian reality, it is recommended you read the commentaries from a whole bunch of other cards. Okay, we're not doing that. Of particular importance, it is to remember one reason why the Andromedians are our teachers, because they offer a contrast reflection in which we can see ourselves, particularly with the theme of what Andromedians have to teach us. This card speaks to the results of embracing change, letting go of confusion, and remembering our natural state of fluidity. The inner qualities is extremely important, because when we incarnate into more dense realities like Earth 3D, we experience a greater degree of suffering if we do not remember our true fluid nature. If this card appears in your reading, look at the other cards surrounding it and see how it can be applied. Perhaps it is acknowledging the part of your nature, or maybe it is challenging you to find your fluidity as a way to end your suffering. In any case, as planet Earth goes through its transitions, the quality of fluidity in our consciousness becomes an essential skill that we will serve to carry us into the new why can't I read? The new paragrams, something of being. Without fluidity, we will simply be forever stuck in the old, recycling the belief patterns that hindered evolution. The natural state of consciousness is fluidity. Oh, goodness. Let yourself tap into the truth and knowing about the Andromedian consciousness. It is there to assist you when you need it. Yeah, I don't know why I can't read. I can't read right now. All right, so the last question I asked was how to release and heal from this soul lesson is with fire and passion. So here is really it's telling you to ignite the fire within you, and find that passion that is hidden. Look past all the old conditionings of what our past lives taught us, what this life taught us, and how we think the way things should be, and release that out into the universe to disengage that from who you are, so you can really embrace the true you, the true essence and the beauty within you, and bring out that drive, that fire, that passion, that mystery that you don't even know is there, I feel. All right, so cast aside your fears of the flame and bring more warmth to your inner world. Fire spirits are the natural drivers behind attraction, less than desire. When you respect the spirit of fire, the flames they create, they protect you, your loved ones, and your possessions. Working with fire energy in the etheric scene is a great healing. As you invite fire into your life, imagine it raging through every part of your body, purging you of all the negative influences. As the fire licks away old hurts, those wounds are replaced by a scarred glow. Acquaint yourself with fire by visiting a hot climate, walking barefoot on hot coals at a suspended fire walk, immersing yourself in the heat of a sweat lodge, or gazing at the flame of a candle. Your Kundalini is ready to be awakened. The motivating forces of fire will reignite your passion and fuel your inner flame, so you can claim your power and walk in your true light with might, vitality, and vigor. Fire revealed. Prometheus stole fire from the god on Mount Olympus and gave it to mankind to ensure their survival. Hercules believed water and fire made the soul, and likened engagement with becoming pure fire. Priomesis, the divination by fire, was practiced at the temple of Athena. Fire deities exist throughout the world and include Kali, Hindu, Astrit, Greek, and Pele, Hawaiian. Celtic fire festivals such as Beltane honor the transformational power of fire. Other divinational meanings: a fear of fire stems from past lives. A cold approach is attracting obstacles. Offer warmth to others to brighten your inner world. A renewal passion invokes the love you've been waiting for. The element of fire holds the strength you require. And that goes back to strength in there. We have strength, we have the delusion of control, we have the will, we have fluidity. So the natural flow, the ebb and flow of life, and just releasing the control, and understanding that all these issues that are currently in your life is because of the past life that you lived, and you wanted to gain from that past life where you were someone in control and you had power, and it no longer serves you in this life. So you're going through going through moments where you're realizing that these things that are triggered inside, that have been triggering you, no longer, you can explain them, and you're trying to figure out how it applies, or where are these things coming from, where are these conditionings, these thoughts, that this mindset of, oh, I need to be the one that has the power, I need to be the one that sits in this chair, in this business, in this company, in this platform instead of this platform, and you're like, I feel like your mind is boggled because you don't understand why you feel you need to sit on this platform instead of this platform, because you know that in the reality, in the inner the deepness of you, that you're more happier here than you would be here, and you make more validation, more valid connections, more meaningful connections in this area of your life than you would in this area of your life, and you know that in the depths of you, in your soul, you know that, but you still have this mindset to be able to build yourself up a ladder, because that's the way you were conditioned in your in a past life, and somehow in some aspects, maybe in your childhood, that maybe your parents or someone or aunts or uncles that you really looked up to had instilled that in you and told you that is the only way and the best way to have a successful and happy life, which is inaccurate. All right, I don't know why I went on that tangent. All right, so fire speaks. Call upon the spirit of fire. Invoke new courage and all you desire. My force will ravish fears and plitteth. Ignite the flame of passion tonight. All right, so let me go back. I want to go back. And then what was this one? So, yeah, the M was transportation, motion, change. So, change. Change your thoughts. Change the way you had this old, the way you thought life should be, and believe that it is capable of realigning yourself to what your true destiny is, and igniting the true passion within you. And a lot of ways that we can do that is through that inner healing, that one-on-one time, and to be able to understand and grasp certain ideas of why. It's through meditation, dream time, asking your angels, your guides to be able to connect to you. Journaling is very important. I can't stress that enough. Journaling should be done for every human. There I go again. I'm cracking up. So it is very important to understand our experiences in life, and journaling I have found to be a key component to understanding the messages that the divine has been giving me throughout my whole life, from childhood till now. And it also helped me understand my true mission, because I've always had a passion for helping others. So I thought it was in the medical field. However, it's actually a way deeper. It's way deeper than that. It's a soul passion. It's soul healing for people, so they can ignite their own fire, so they can fulfill their true life mission in this lifetime, and accepting and understanding and learning how to incorporate, embrace, and renew their thought process and everything that hinders them at this time, to create a new reality for themselves, which is all possible because time is really infinite, and there are many things behind the scene, as I did state in the book, and it did state that is at work. I feel like the biggest lesson, let's just clarify, the biggest lesson is to let go of that old conditioning of having control, to know that throughout life, it is fluid. It's ebb and flow. It's the natural wave, and the natural, how do you say it, the natural frequency of the way we receive things and give things out into others and to the world. When we change our thoughts, we're able to achieve so much more. When we change our conditioning and release those patterns and release our ego into the universe, into Mother Gaia, then we can be open to so many more avenues of success, happiness, and abundance. So you just have to find the strength within you to be able to overcome and continue to overcome. I feel like you are at that little stepping stone to open up so many doors to heal at this time. Don't be scared of the process. It is a tough process, the healing process, but it's definitely worth the while. Pretty much that's all what I have received for this pile. I know it's kind of like all over the place, but hopefully you can get an idea of what the message that was coming across regarding your past life experience. If you did not, or if you did, please drop a comment. Either way is very useful for me and the divine, as I am a vessel for the divine, and they come and speak through me to be able to encourage and enlighten others on their path at this moment, which will serve their highest purpose. So thank you so much for taking the time out of your day and your schedule to be able to receive the messages. Okay, so if you pick about So you pick pile 3. This is the, oh, excuse me. This is the blah, 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 ruling you picked. So, and it is your message of advice or encouragement from the divine at this time. And the meaning is satisfaction, positive outcome, and awareness. Okay, so let's go to the other cards. We've used a variety of decks throughout this reading, and we will read from the book in addition to try to close it off with a clarifier for you, because the way the messages have been coming along are a little all over the place, and it kind of focuses and not specifies on past life. It focuses more so on the lesson that you are trying to process and overcome in this life. I know kind of wanted to do specific past life, but eventually in time at another reading we will focus on that. So the first question was, what is the soul lesson from the most recent past life you're bringing into this life? And it is guilt. And it's from the Palladians that are actually helping you with this process to overcome it. The Palladians is another dimensional being. I'm actually very open to all of the universal knowledge and wisdom that is out there. So I pretty much am open to the understanding of the different dimensions and the different beings and how they assist us in this physical life, and how they really truly are passionate about the evolving all human species and other dimensional beings as well, for all that is love and light and good. Remember that there is light in all that is darkness. That may seem all that's darkness. Let me rephrase that. Okay, so the things that are darkness or may seem darkness to us as humans are capable of being or having that love and light in them, and being able to be a being of God in the universe, which is essentially where they would like everyone to all beings to be at one point, be all that is one, everything that is in a higher frequency, a high vibration, which is for the benefit and good of all. Okay, that was just like funny. I'm sorry. I know it's channeling. So, you're bringing guilt into this life. Okay. So in the ancient days, well-intentioned actions by Palladians ended up causing a whole planet to be destroyed. Since that time, they have held a tremendous amount of grief and guilt as a species. They have healed a lot since then, but many humans still carry these patterns. Look deeply at the things in your life you feel guilty about. The wisdom you have now can create compassion in your heart. Let the compassion flood the wounded part of you. Let the love from the universe fill the part of you where the guilt still lives. Let it go. All is forgiven by the universe. Now you must forgive yourself. This card is very connected to card 40 and references something that's happened in the Palladians' past, for which they still carry a tremendous amount of guilt. Even though this card refers to a species incident in the Palladian past, it also is a very archetype card, because most humans deep inside have a sense of guilt that stops them from living fully and accepting love and joy in their reality. It is a nagging feeling or not deserving love, abundance, and joy, and feeling selfish for accepting it. The nagging feeling is often unconscious and can only be seen through deep self-examination. Religions often play on this human condition of guilt, and by reinforcing it, some religions can have humans under control and believing in the way of the religion as the only thing that can absolve the guilt. But the truth is that we all have fragmented from the source and underlying all the physical lives we may have had in countless star systems. We are equal in the eyes of the Creator. The transformational energy of this card asks you to look deep within of any feelings of guilt or unworthiness that might keep you from fully embracing love, abundance, and joy in your life. Once you can identify it, most likely not intellectually, but through a feeling or sense, begin to love that part of you unconditionally until it no longer needs to use guilt as a way to stop you from embracing the magnificent of your being. It took a long time for the Pleiadians to heal this issue with their species. Let their wisdom guide you so that their past suffering and their lessons learned from it can be a gift to all humanity. Okay. So, pile 3, we're at... Oops. So what are you bringing? This soul lesson of guilt? Okay. And then the question is, who you were in your most recent past life. That is, I guess it ties into this soul lesson. And we have Atlantis. Here is the card. Okay, your lifetime in ancient Atlantis is affecting your current situation. You have soul memories of this idyllic civilization that offered every imaginable wonder. There's a longing for the utopia that you unconsciously remember, and which you know is possible in this world. Your soul also remembers the tragic ending of Atlantis. That's why the guilt is coming in, guys. Okay. You may have also developed phobias about the ocean as a result. Although you love the sea, perhaps you prefer not going swimming or sailing. You also recall how the majority of Atlanteans were peace, love, with the exception of a few political leaders who misuse crystal powers to the determinants of all. Okay, so you may be extra sensitive to issues relating to political corruption in this lifetime. Okay, so that was for who you were in the most recent past life, but I felt like I needed to reword that question. Who you were in a past life that is regarding the soul lesson you are trying to learn in this life. Okay, and then the next question is, how is the past life affecting you now in this life? We have, I think this is a Prince of Swords. So you are a scribe. You are somebody who can channel, who can write, who is supposed to write a story, who is supposed to share the ancient wisdom with others. But let me go in here and read this for what it says. The Knave of Swords, Mahat, scribe. A man is writing on a tablet. There is a sword above him, the symbol of Mahat's godness of justice. So a lawyer, a spy, agent at work, surprising news, ciphered messages, secrecy, vigilance. So yeah, you are somebody who is trying to right your wrongs from past lives, and you're not even aware of it, I feel. And whatever you're doing now in this lifetime, which would be it can be a writer, it can, as I said, someone who is a lawyer, someone who has a little bit more of authority in this physical life, where you can get your message across and people will absorb it with an open mind, open heart. That's what I feel. Okay, so then we have how the progress you've made so far on the soul lesson. We have the 7 of Wands. We have someone who is fighting for what they believe in, someone who is standing their ground, who is strong, who is a warrior, who is see, he's in between. Like, I feel like he's in between two places, but he's holding his footing, and he's not giving up. So this is where, and you see, like, it's a cliff there, but he's still, like, he's not even worried about what's behind him. He's worried about what's in front of him, and he's fighting off everything and all these conditionings, these stigmas, these worldly things that people think we should abide by. Like, you're a strong-minded person. You're someone who will not need somebody behind them to defend or validate what they are saying, or their belief system, or their goals, their desires, their passions. You're someone who will overcome and accomplish regardless of what obstacles you're faced in your life. All right, that was important. So, okay, are there any and the next question is, are there any blockages in this life which hold you back you're unaware of? We have open contact, Pleiadians, the future. So we're going to read from the book again. The Pleiadians are really strong with you. Sorry. I got to stop that. The Pleiadians are really strong with you at this time. There are your teachers. They're your master teachers, I feel. They really walk with you, by you, and like whisper those little things in your ears of ideas that you don't even realize. So this card has to do with meeting another, stepping on common ground into the unknown, and making a connection with a new entity or consciousness. It means facing your fears in order to do this, but experiencing transformation in the process. The future Pleiadians are committed to mentoring humans. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. In this contact process. And their energies, my heart is racing. And their energies is here to assist you. It is also likely that the Pleiadians' energy is a future life of yours. Reaching out through time to support you. Or it could be a new challenge and experience. Either way, it is time for you to open yourself for contact. I'm cracking up. This card connects with an evolved time stream of the Pleiadian civilization, in which they are forced on building relationships with other species. In the case of Earth, they are committed to preparing oh my gosh, I get excited. I'm so excited. They're committed to preparing for the contact process and have been engaged in contact programs with humans for nearly a century. This is a natural part of evolution on a planet. Earth will soon be entering the galactic community, and is now being prepared. If this card came up in your reading, it may have many meanings depending on your circumstances. Perhaps you are well aware of your interests and or experiences with extra dimension. It says ET contact, but extraterrestrial, extra dimensional is kind of like the same concept, but extra dimensional is, I think, the term that they prefer we use. Okay. If that is the case, this card is acknowledging that part of your commitment in this life it may also be acknowledging a connection you have with the species, the specific Pleiadians or other beings. If this is not the case for you, this card this contact card may instead be referring to a different kind of contact you are now experiencing. Perhaps you're with your higher self or with spirit guides. It may also be referring to open contact with a previous hidden part of yourself. If you are unaware of this, start paying attention to the subtle cues around you. Quiet your mind and open yourself to the guidance from the universe. Let yourself embrace another, and let experience assist you in your realization that it is only a reflection of you. I'm cracking up. Okay, so that was that message, and then it says how to release and heal from this soul lesson. We have medicine mask, authenticity, be your true self. All right, so we're gonna read from the book. The curtain of illusion has fallen to reveal the true self of yourself and others. Don't hide anymore. Face up to who you really are and embrace the fact that you are one of a kind. The world has waited long enough for you to grace it with your individuality. It is time to stop cowering behind conformity or expression. You have worn those masks for far too long. Your desire to fit in with the world around you has shifted the deep call of your soul. Show your authentic self without fear. Some shamans use masks to help them identify with an active and activate the medicine of spirits such as totem animals. Wearing those types of masks allows the shaman to summon up the qualities of the spirit the mask is attributed to. You can use this technique to embrace any aspect of yourself that you have hidden or denied. Make your own medicine mask with the average attributes you'll like to connect with. Wear the medicine mask to feel strong, wiser, and more powerful as you draw upon the medicine infused into it. The oldest shaman mask was found dates to 7,000 BCE. They are still worn for protection, disguise, rituals, and entertainment. Elites use masks when exorcising evil spirits from the sick. In West Africa, masks are used to commune with ancestral spirits. The Idu, Yoruba, and the Igbo use animal masks to talk with animals and their spirits. The Hopi and the Zuni believe the masked person in the dance and rituals is possessed by the Kachina spirit. Other divinational meanings: don't be a crowd follower or people pleaser. Be proud of who you are. Speak your truth with love, sincerity, and integrity is called free. It is called for. Do not sway from your genuine self. Involve yourself only in legitimate and credible relationships or business. Medicine Mask speaks. Throw back the mask. Take a stance. No need to hide, for now's your chance. Live your life. Be who you are. Stand proudly, and you shall go far. All right, so pretty much I don't feel like I need to sum it up. It summed it up in itself. Hopefully you were able to relate to this message. Pile 3. Drop a comment regardless and let me know how you felt about the reading. If you have any other ideas, if you didn't relate to it at all. I do channel the divine, so a lot of the messages I receive is from them through me. But always, they like the feedback. We like the feedback, and they are improving on the way I read, interpret, and give these messages, which is not in benefit for me, but will be beneficial for all beings and in the evolution, and for you to step into a beautiful to your beautiful self and your higher, and open up to your higher self and receive everything that the divine wants to offer you. Okay, so whoever picked file cracking up, pile 4, this is the one you picked, and this will be the additional message or a message of encouragement from the divine they would like to give you at this time, which it is new beginnings, fertility. That is the meaning of that ruin. New beginnings, fertility. So something is coming towards you, which is a blessing. So we used a few different decks here. We used the Galactic Heritage cards, which are pretty amazing. Pretty into what else is out there in the universe, the other dimensions and other beings. I've always been intrigued by that since a child, and kind of let it just dissolve as the teenage and adult years, you know, of all growing up, because it was so scary and intense for me. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know that it was so beautiful. I didn't know what I know now. So I finally embraced all the beauty and all the universe has to offer, and all the wisdom and knowledge and guidance from all which is out there that is love and light. So I don't know why they wanted me to share that with you, Power 4. So the first question is, what is the soul lesson from your most recent past life you're bringing into this life? We have embracing family, Zeta Recticula. It's the present. Embracing family. We're gonna go here. Oh yeah, this is so synchronistic. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, so the messages kind of go all over the place, but I feel a lot of people will be able to interpret the messages, because they all kind of just synchronize together anyway. When we live in fear, we live in isolation. We often withdraw from those we love in order to protect ourselves. The Zetas did this as they passed through their species crisis. But now that the crisis has been averted, they are reaching out to their family, genetic and spiritually, who help them in their darkest hours. It's time for you to do the same. Even if life is still difficult, open yourself to receive the support and love from your family, whether it is genetic or spiritual family. Do not be afraid to show your true self to them, and know that they will love and support you unconditionally. This card refers to the era of the Zeta history when their species crisis had passed and they had to rebuild the foundation upward. In their darkest time, they vowed never to feel emotion, thinking that emotion was what caused their problems. Oh wow, that's deep. I got a little chills on that one. This caused the tremendous isolation, a feeling of being cut off from the universe and from each other. One of the gifts humans have given to the Zetas through their contact with each other is teaching them about the human family and what it means. Oh, why do I want to cry? If you pull this card, it can have several meanings depending on the surrounding cards and your life circumstances. Perhaps you are coming out of a time of isolation now because you did not want to burden your loved ones with your pain and suffering, and you are wishing to reconnect with your family once again. Oh, this is so deep. I'm sorry, guys. It's deep. Okay. Or perhaps you're still in isolation. If that is the case, this card is telling you to open your heart once again and reach out to your human family of all types, as well as your universal ones. It is safe. You can do it. If you have a particular strong connection to the Zetas, this card may also refer to a lifetime you have lived during this era, or a Zeta being contacting you now who is from this era. Open yourself to reconnect with whatever aspects of your family is appropriate now. Let their love heal the scars from the past and pave the way to the future. Okay, that was so deep. And I'm all saying that was deep because recently I just experienced how much that I would go into hermit mode or cut off my family because I didn't want to put my burden on them. And so in a sense, I forgot how important my family was and how much they actually do for me, regardless of my circumstances or who I am, who I truly am, because I embrace every part of me and I don't hide it from anybody. I really learned that, and I learned also a lot of people will not always understand me and agree with the way I do things on my spiritual path, but that's okay because regardless of how they feel, they still love me unconditionally. And it was really hard for me to go to them and just like really open up to them, which I did. And I was super happy with the results. I was fearful at first, but the outcome was actually very beautiful, and I didn't expect it. But I was being guided the whole time to remember how important family was. And this was actually not too long ago, so me reading that was just a reminder of just the cycles that I've been going through so far in this life, and how I can be aware of it, and how I acknowledge it, and see it more than I've ever seen it before. So it just was a little trigger for me. So I don't know why I shared it, but hopefully it did something. All right, so the second question was who you were in the most recent past life. And this is the card. I have an orphan, and it's so synchronistic to what embracing family is. So you drew this card because you have had one or more past lives as an orphan. This is creating a current life abandonment fear for you. In those lives you were you didn't have a mother or father's protection, love, or support. You develop great strength and inner resilience, which continues to help you in this life. However, you may have also developed survival skills that are double-edged. These coping mechanisms help you get by, but they also blunt your heart and emotions. Most likely, this card is a reminder to acknowledge that your true father is God. You're also reminded that you have a family of choice consisting of friends and other loved ones, including your pets. In spiritual truth, it is possible to be an orphan. Your true heavenly parents is always with you. If you do tend to isolate yourself, you may benefit from seeking compassionate support from a 12-step emotional anonymous group or a qualified counselor. So that's powerful. All right, so the next question, it is, how is this past life affecting you now? We actually, 2 cards came out from the Egyptian tarot. We have this, and we have this, and I forget this is a major arcana. So it's kind of night and day. Let's go read. So the Egyptian cards, ooh, I cannot. They are super difficult for me to read. I like them, but I try to like sway away from them. So it's bad, I know. Oh, so this is the stars. Let's read it. Alright, the arcana is depicted as a flaming star with 8 rays surrounded by another 7 stars gliding over a naked young woman who pours... Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Ha ha ha. I'm cracking up. It's the moon. It's the moon. Okay. Alright, portrayed by the field half shaded by the moon, illuminated it only in pallid dusk. 2 towers stand at the side of the path that disappears on the desert horizon. A dog is sitting in front of one of these towers, and a wolf is howling at the moon in front of the other. A crab slides between the 2 animals. The tower symbolizes false security that does not at all preserve one from hiding dangers more fearful than visible ones. Remember, O son of earth, that whoever challenges the unknown prepares his own downfall. The hostile spirits depicted by the wolf surrounding you with their ambush. The several spirits depicted by the dog hide their treachery from the under false ablution. I don't know that word. The lazy spirits depicted by the rampant crab will pass by without being moved by your ruin. Observe, listen, and know how to keep quiet. Yo, this be confusing sometimes to me. So, it means vision, oddness, illusion, mistakes due to the imagination, journeys over water, long and difficult research, strange meetings, attraction for the unknown, occultism, and adventure. Oh, okay. So you can take it how you want to take it, because let me see what else is it. What I see in here is somebody who does, yeah, like I said, the attraction to the unknown, the light, the dark. But I also see somebody who wants to, who kind of understands that we all have light and dark in us, and knows how to balance it, and or wants to learn how to balance it. So that's another message that I'm receiving. Then we have the Four of Chalices. The vulture flying towards the left carrying the sheen is a symbol of a bad omen. We don't want to, see, this is why I can't read these. Irrigating relationships, new but not positive acquaintances, fortune overturned. Let me see what it means in the Four Cups in the book. Four Cups. Hold on. Because this is not what it means here. Where is the right way? But I still gonna do this. Four Cups. A man is seated under the tree and contemplates. The third cup sits at the grass before him. Has this person. So you're not. So there are things being placed in front of you that you're not aware of. Which has to do with your family. Again, it has to do with that concept of knowing that everything that you truly need is right there in front of you. That is the meaning of that card. Yes, okay. So that's a certain aspect that you haven't opened up to yet. And sometimes we get eluded, I think that's the word, by the darkness and by our past. Hurts to see that everything we want and really need in our life is right in front of our faces. So that's how it's affecting you now, and the progress you made the progress you made so far. We have the Five of Cups. Okay, so pretty much you're protecting yourself. You're pretty much looking at the things that you lost and not looking at what you have. So you're looking at things. There's more than what's in front of you. There's 5 cups here. 3 of them are spilled, but there's 2 still standing. So you're still in like a hermit mode and a protection and this little shield in this bubble, which you haven't let down yet, or detached or lifted. So you kind of are in a standstill with the progress part. So I feel like thus far you have made little steps to progress, but it's very capable for you to make progress. There's always hope. So you just need to focus and to sit there and really sit in that and look at the bigger picture, not the smaller picture of what we don't have or what we lost or what's not there. So we have, are there any blockages in this life, any blockages in this life that hold you back you're not aware of? We have sharing cultural ideas, the Palladians. It's the present, we're going to read it. It's number 66. So Palladians are enthusiastic cosmic anthropologists. They love studying other cultures and interacting with them. Part of this is sharing the Palladians' cultures with other species as well. This is never to dictate what is right or wrong, but purely for the purpose of exchanging ideas. The natural curiosity is always within you. This card suggests that you embrace this part of yourself a bit more. Don't be afraid to explore and share with others what you've learned, but do so from a place of neutrality and genuine love, loving and kindness. Know that the ideas you share will help others on their spiritual journeys. Okay, I feel that's all you need to. Okay, yeah, that's all you need to do. All right, so then the last question is how to release and heal from this soul lesson. It is the birds, it's freedom, entering that vortex of transformation, baby. Those colors, I love it. So we're going to read from that. Being able to receive. Your soul is longing to soar like a bird high in the sky. It sings as a caged bird, a song of freedom. You are being urged to sharpen your senses and be watchful. Spirit has been sending you messages in the form of falling feathers or I don't know that word, divining through the observations of birds, their flight pattern, cries, and behaviors. This card has flown in now and taps on your window pane. So flinging the doors wide open and to let the fresh air circulate. You have been cooped up for quite a long time. It's time to spread your wings and go searching for adventure. Opportunity awaits as a new horizon beckons. See the wonderful the world from a bird's eye view. Break free from entrapment. Escape from the chains that prevent you from speaking your truth. It's time for you to be heard, to have the freedom to make your own choices and be responsible for your own decisions, never minding whether that they are right or wrong. Right now, it is having the freedom to make a choice that will set you free, that will set you well and truly free. See, this reminds me about what I was just talking about my experiences. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Whew. The winged ones have only been showing us signs from nature, omens and messages from the gods long before history has written. In Egypt, seeing a flock of birds after someone's death was a good sign. It was believed the birds were escorting the person to their new incarnation, from supernatural to magical powers. The medicine of birds teaches us how to fly free with strength and valor. A new gateway is opening. Have courage and walk through it. You are soaring high right now. Don't let others bring you down. Sharpen your senses to the messages around you. Take steps to leave the difficult situations. Make a decision. Freedom awaits. Bird speaks. In each direction, watch us fly. We send a message from the sky. Receiving our feathers, hear our sound. Fly through life. Now freedom's found. And that goes back to this message here, which is fertility, new beginnings. Sorry, it just made so much sense to me just now. So hopefully it made sense to you guys. Those are your messages. I hope that, you know, it was what you needed to hear, to have some understanding, some guidance, some clarity. You take it as it is. We all have free will. Everyone pretty much that will be on my channel is spiritual and wants to awaken to a better understanding and open up new avenues of the reality which we can create. So hopefully this touched you in a way which will be profound to your spiritual growth and development. All right, love and light. See you next time.